We're going to take a look at another question. This is a special question. I'm going to purposely choose this one. W squared minus 20w plus 100. So w squared, I've already forgotten, jeez, minus 20w plus 100. Okay, and the reason I'm choosing this is because this is actually a special type of factor in this question. If I quickly take a look at this, I'm looking for something that applies to this idea of a squared plus 2ab plus b squared, okay? So in other words, a way I can break this down is if I take the square root of the first term and the square root of the last term, and we find out what they are, okay? Because in this case, I take the square root of the first and the last term, well, those are a and b. Well, I put those in the middle. Square root of the first term, a times b, and then multiply by 2, is it equal to that middle term? And our middle term happens to be negative 20 in this case. So I'm going to try this concept. If I square root w squared, that becomes w. If I square root 100, that becomes 10, okay? W times 10 times 2 is going to give us 20w. That works great. The only problem is it's negative 20, which is fine because technically an answer to root 100 can be negative 10 also. So that works out fine. So this negative term in the middle is actually going to be important. What's neat about that is if this checks out, this is called a perfect square trinomial. And the fast way to do it is just to square root the first term and the last term, take those two values. So square root of w squared is just w, square root of 100 is 10, and whatever the middle operation, just bring that down and square the bracket, and that is the fastest way to factor something like that. You could use decomposition or something else to do it, but this is a very quick way to factor a perfect square trinomial.